This 54-minute digital download called Fae Ploo T Plate shows you full life and work was done in Aberdeenshire and other parts of Scotland round about the 1930s and 40s. The commentary is done in the Doric dialect of Aberdeenshire. The Clydesdale horse helped to make Aberdeenshire one of Scotland's best farming regions. See the ploughing being done during the winter months, and see the skills of the horseman, and how he and his pair of Clydesdales were an effective working team. The grun would be further cultivated with a grubber like this. See the horse working at many tasks which had to be done afore the grun was ready to be sown with corn. Some horsemen would sit in their Clydesdales back like this after each yoking and walk back to the stable. See Dodge sown corn using the hopper, which predates the first mechanical seed sowing machine of the 1850s. The hairst was one of the most labour-intensive jobs about the farm. Everybody had to lend a hand at hairst time. The scythe, the 1890s reaper and the binder can all be seen working. All these pieces of equipment were state-of-the-art technologies in their day. After the corn was cut, the stooking took place. Then the leading followed, and the sheaves were built into rucks. The ruck was a 3-metre high stack of sheaves. It had to be watertight to keep the sheaves dry during the winter. The same mill can be seen thrashing the sheaves. This required a lot of men, and neighbours would help each other when the steam mill came. Rats and mice used to bide in the ruck all winter, and they had to be killed during the thrash. The women in the farm were busy when the steam mill also came, because she had to feed all the workers. See the corn being taken to the local meal mill to be made into oatmeal. The experienced miller would grade the corn for quality and agree the price with the farmer. The mill was powered with water, and the farmer would get some of his ground corn back as oatmeal in 2 days. The rest would be bought by the miller. Each area had their own meal mill. Oatmeal was a staple diet of the rural folk. The oatmeal is then made into oatcakes or bread by the farmer's wife, and she bakes them on a peat fire, and her girdle hangs for the swy. This then is the story of Fae Ploo T Plate.